Hello everyone, my name is Becky Dugaya and I am mentored by Dr. Laura Spinu. Today I will be presenting on the topic, Are there gender effects in articulatory skill? This is a preliminary investigation using tongue twisters. Introduction. Experimental studies show a number of bilingual advantages in cognitive processing, but the only potentially underlying mechanism thoroughly investigated to date is executive function, with a focus on attention inhibition mechanisms. Recently, phonetic skill could be explained as ability to distinguish learnable sounds was shown to be enhanced in bilinguals. Since learning new patterns of pronunciation involves audition, perception, and articulatory control, the question arises to what extent these are enhanced in people with superior performance on phonetic learning tasks, such as bilinguals. Dugay and Spinu 2019 found that late sequential L2 bilinguals outperform monolinguals and other bilinguals on a twister task, suggesting an advantage in articulatory skill. Following up on these findings, in this study, I addressed the question whether gender has an effect on articulatory skill. Why gender, you may ask? Rutera et al. In 2011 found out that late bilingual male outperformed females in an audio vocal speech imitation. The possible explanations for this could be men or male advantage in motor skill learning, evolutionary Darwinian theory of sexual selection, and or giftedness. Males more are represented in extremes of the normal distribution curve, while females in mean representation toward the mean with respect to many abilities, example, disorders of the voice and tone deafness more prevalent in men. So this is the experiment. We hypothesized that males exhibit superior articulatory skill compared to females. Participants were 40 CUNY undergraduates, 19 monolinguals, 21 multilinguals of mixed backgrounds. The task was to read artificially constructed tongue twisters 3 times each in quick successions, matching a 150 beats per minute metronome rhythm. The stimuli was 64 randomly presented nonce items, example, kef. Manual analysis to measure accuracy, where we listen to each repetition to determine if the onset k in kef and the coda f in kef consonants were produced correctly. So these are our results. Significant gender effects in the first graph. You can see significant gender effects. The men outperform the women in both coda and onset position. Our hypothesis supported. In the second graph, you could see that gender effects most evident in early bilinguals and partially intralinguals only in onset position, which was more difficult overall. So to summarize, Dugay and Spinu 2019 found a late sequential bilingual advantage in articulatory skill, as we mentioned earlier. In this follow-up study, it was found that while no gender effects are apparent in the late bilingual group, males outperformed females in the early bilingual group, not tested by Rete et al. In 2011, and partially in the trilingual group, only in onset position, which was the more vulnerable position across the board. Our hypothesis is supported, but more research needed to understand why these results depart from Rotera et al. 2011 in not having found a late bilingual advantage in articulatory skill. Potential explanations could be our sample size was too small in the present study and or a proficiency confound. I thank you so much for listening. Here are my selected references for this project, and you could contact me at becky.dugaya@lc.cuny.edu, or you could get to me via my mentor, Dr. Laura Spinu. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.